Everything you need to know about COVID 19, Part 1. Hello friends, welcome back to Q&A, and today I will be going to give you all the details regarding the cause, signs and symptoms, complications as well as the transmission of the disease COVID-19. And before jumping into the video, make sure to hit the red subscribe button as well as the bell icon nearby so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Alright, so moving on to the video, let's first understand what is COVID-19. COVID-19 or coronavirus disease 2019 is an infectious disease caused by the virus SARS-CoV-2 or severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. As most of us know, it was first identified in Wuhan, China on December 2019 and is the cause of the ongoing pandemic. As of 7 June 2020, more than 6.85 million cases have been reported across 188 countries and territories, resulting in more than 398,000 deaths. But at the same time, more than 3.07 million people have recovered from the disease. Now, let's look at the signs and symptoms of this disease. Here, I have provided a chart showing the range of each symptom. As you can see, fever is the most common symptom with a range of 83 to 99%, while muscle aches and pains are the least common symptoms with a range of 11 to 35%. In a study, 44% of people had fever when presented to the hospital, while 89% went on to develop fever at some point during their hospitalization. Other common symptoms include cough, loss of appetite, fatigue, shortness of breath, and sputum production. Even less common symptoms include sneezing, runny nose, or sore throat. Also, some cases in China initially only had chest tightness and palpitations. Apart from this, a decreased sense of smell or disturbances in taste may occur. Loss of smell was a presenting symptom in 30% of confirmed cases in South Korea. So guys, if you have any of these symptoms, make sure to visit the nearby hospital immediately. As is common with infections, there is a delay between the moment a person is first infected and the time he or she develops symptoms. This is called the incubation period. The incubation period for COVID-19 is typically 5 to 6 days but may range from 2 to 14 days. Although 97.5% of people who develop symptoms will do so within 11.5 days of infection. Now, you might have noticed that I said 97.5% of people who develop symptoms. That's right, a minority of cases do not develop noticeable symptoms at any point in time. These asymptomatic patients tend not to get tested and their role in transmission is not yet fully known. However, preliminary evidence suggests that they may contribute to the spread of the disease. In March 2020, the Korean Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (KCDC) reported that 20% of confirmed cases remained asymptomatic during their hospital stay. This disease can also lead to complications such as pneumonia, acute respiratory distress syndrome, multi-organ failure, septic shock, and death. Cardiovascular complications may include heart failure, arrhythmias, heart inflammation, and blood clots. Approximately 20 to 30% of people who are affected by COVID-19 have elevated liver enzymes, reflecting liver injury. Neurological manifestations include seizure, stroke, encephalitis, and Guillain-Barré syndrome. Due to the infection, children may develop pediatric multisystem inflammatory syndrome, It is a systematic inflammation in children involving persistent fever and organ dysfunction. Now that we have looked at the signs, symptoms, and complications of COVID 19, let us move on to the topic of how this disease is transmitted. Since COVID 19 is a new disease, many of the details of its spread are still under investigation. It does spread very efficiently, easier than influenza, but not as efficiently as measles. It spreads via the small droplets produced during a cough or talking, which other people within 2 meters, 6 feet may breathe in. So make sure that you practice social distancing and stay at least 2 meters apart when talking to another person. Contaminated droplets may settle on others, but the droplets are relatively heavy, usually fall to the surfaces, and do not travel far through the air. Loud talking releases more droplets than normal talking. A study in Singapore found that an uncovered cough can lead to droplets traveling up to 4.5 meters, 15 feet. But another article published in March 2020 argued that an uncovered cough or sneeze can travel up to 8.2 meters, 27 feet. People are most infectious when they show symptoms, but may be infectious for up to 2 days before symptoms appear, which is also known as pre-symptomatic transmission. They remain infectious for an estimated 7 to 12 days in moderate cases and an average of 2 weeks in severe cases. Some people have recovered without showing symptoms and they still may be able to spread COVID 19, although uncertainties remain. One study found that viral load was highest at symptom onset and so may have peaked before symptoms developed. When the contaminated droplets fall to floors or surfaces, though less commonly, they remain infectious if people touch the contaminated surfaces and then their eyes, nose, or mouth with unwashed hands. On surfaces, the amount of active virus decreases over time. Though it is unknown what amount of virus on surfaces is required to cause infection via this method, it can be detected for up to 4 hours on copper, up to 1 day on cardboard, and up to 3 days on plastic and stainless steel. This does not mean that plastic can remain contaminated for 3 days. It just means that the virus can be detected for up to 3 days on plastic, and since we don't know how much active virus is required to cause the disease, we can't say that the virus will remain infectious for up to 3 days on plastic. But just to be sure, regularly disinfect household items. Surfaces are easily decontaminated with household disinfectants, which kill the virus outside the human body or on the hands. Sputum and saliva carry large amounts of virus, and some medical procedures are aerosol generating, which means that these procedures result in the production of airborne particles, which result in the virus being transmitted more easily than normal. Although COVID 19 is not a sexually transmitted infection, kissing, intimate contact, and fecal oral routes are suspected to transmit the virus. In China, on February 2020, it was estimated that each infected person infected on average between 2 and 2.5 other persons. Okay, guys, so we looked at how this disease is transmitted, its signs and symptoms, its complications, and its cause. In the second part of everything you need to know about COVID 19, we will be going to discuss how this disease is diagnosed, how to prevent this disease, and its effect on other animals. And as always, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Until the next video, goodbye.